Hello. So today, or in this video, I'm going to show you continuation of how we prep our boards. We depending on if we're going to paint them or if we're going to stain them. So these boards right here are all have been sanded and ready to go and design. So normally what we do is we'll paint. So I'm just using some Smart Coat sample that we got from Menards. You can use any. I like to use white paint as my base coat because it helps the colors pop. So I'm just going to put, I just do one light coat on at first. And I'll show and tell you why here in just a second. Or later on in this video. I do paint front and back of my thin signs. If it is a thicker one, sometimes I will paint just the front and the sides and then stain the back. But I like to make sure that all crevices are sealed per se. And like I said, I like to use white as my base coat, no matter what I'm putting on top, because it just helps make those colors pop. So this is just going to be a cute little summer sign that we're doing. And I'm just smoothing off the big bubbles on the back. I will come back later and paint that. And we're just going to set this aside to dry. I already have another one here that I've already painted. And so the reason I put a light coat on first is because what happens is it kind of wets your wood, and so those fibers will start to stand up, and then it makes if you don't sand them, it will make your project look rough. So we take, after our first coat has dried, we'll take some more sandpaper and we'll either use 220 or 400 and we'll just lightly go over the surface again. And that's just getting those fibers that got wet and came up with the paint. It just helps knock those back down, or, gets rid of those. And so you have a smoother surface. And then we will go back and add another paint color. Like, this one is going to be white, so we'll add another layer of white to it. But the popsicle one, where we're adding other colors to it, we will just sand it and then let it be. We won't add a second coat of the white because we're going to be adding other colors to it. Now for our cutting boards or our serving trays and stuff like that we're just staining, what we do is we get them to this point where they've been sanded down, and then we're going to come in and we're going to spray the top of the wood. We're going to let it soak in just a few seconds. You don't want your wood totally soaked. And then we're going to wipe off that water, because what's that now doing is lifting up those fibers, because you don't want to use your cutting board the first time and wash it and you get all those little fibers coming up. So we make sure we spray it first, so then when you wash it, you won't have those fibers. So we have the fibers raised, and we're just going to come back in with our 220 grit of sandpaper. And smooth it down. You can kind of see where some of those fibers are coming off. And so you'll just keep sanding till it's nice and smooth. Always go with the direction of the grain. And then we wipe off. And so now this piece of wood is ready to be stained or polyacrylic or whatever to pop those wood grains out. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If there's something you would like to see us do, just let us know. And we will try to come up with it.